a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC Worldwide and brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office confirms a hunter was accidentally shot and killed by a family member in Rush late Tuesday afternoon. A spokesman says deputies were called about 5:30 p.m. to a heavily wooded area about half a mile north of Honeoye No. 6 Road and east of Route 15. The department's preliminary investigation shows two people were hunting in that area when an adult male was shot by a member of his family. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Because of the remote location and difficulty in reaching the victim, it took authorities until the early morning before the medical examiner was able to move the body from the scene. Greece Democratic Committee Chair Dave Gerritsen is the new chair of the Monroe County Democratic Party after an organizational meeting that saw an apparent split in the party turn into a physical one. A group of African-American party members led by Assemblyman David Gant and Rochester Councilman Adam McFadden got up and walked out of the meeting before the vote. McFadden said later that the concerns of many city Democrats weren't being heard, and Gant reportedly told the group outside the meeting that they will act as a unit, and party leaders will have to listen to the black community if they want their support. Gerritsen was elected chair over Henrietta Democratic Committee head Simeon Bannister and Rochester for Obama organizer Ken Preston. Gerritsen made a point of thanking Assemblyman Gant for his contributions to the party. Jurors in the Dante Taylor murder trial in Wayne County were sent home Tuesday night without reaching a verdict. They deliberated for less than half an hour before sending to ask the judge about several points of law. The judge finally sent them home and said they will make a fresh start Wednesday morning. Taylor is accused of murdering Terry and Stacy Moulton in July of 2013. The mother and daughter had gone to a friend's house to feed the cats while he was away, and they allegedly surprised Taylor in the process of burglarizing the house in Sodus. Taylor is accused of stabbing the two women to death and setting the house on fire in an attempt to cover up the crime. A Rochester radiologist is facing federal health care fraud charges. Assistant U.S. Attorney John Field says Dr. Thomas Stevenson is accused of submitting fraudulent claims to health insurers Exelis and MVP Health and to Medicare for services he didn't provide. The 71-year-old doctor reportedly filed claims saying he had done 2 x-rays on patients who only received a single x-ray. As a result, he claimed more than $183,000 in reimbursements. Stevenson is due back in court October 14th. The new on-ramp from Kendrick Road to I-390 in Brighton is open for business after just over a year of construction. The Kendrick Road on-ramp is the second part of a 4-phase project providing a direct connection from the University of Rochester and Strong Memorial Hospital to the interstate. It was one of the major needs identified by transportation studies of the Rochester area. A third member of a Rochester family has been arrested in connection with an assault on a Rochester police sergeant during a drug arrest last week. Dexter Long has been charged with second-degree assault and obstructing governmental administration. The 25-year-old is the second man to be charged with intervening as the sergeant tried to arrest his cousin, Clem Long, of 369 Genesee Street for drug activity. Long resisted arrest. During the struggle, Dexter Long and another cousin, 25-year-old Michael Long, allegedly jumped in. The sergeant was repeatedly hit in the head with a broom handle. Other officers arrived and subdued Clem Long. That part of the incident was captured on this cell phone video and posted to Facebook. Michael Long was arrested on Monday, also for assault and obstructing governmental administration. A Penfield man was charged with robbery, assault, resisting arrest, and other charges on Monday night after a scuffle at the Target store in Webster. Webster police say Jason Bowens was caught trying to push a cart loaded with $739 worth of electric toothbrushes that he hadn't paid for out of the store. A store security officer, who is also an off-duty Canandaigua police officer, stopped him. Bowens then fought with the security guard. A Webster police officer subdued Bowens with the help of a security guard and a volunteer firefighter who witnessed the incident. And Geneva police have charged a 46-year-old with harassment and endangering the welfare of a child after he approached a 15-year-old girl on her way to school. The girl told police that Donald Gibson of Geneva approached her in the city in a white pickup truck and offered her a ride, then made comments that put her in fear for her safety. Gibson was arrested and is being held on $20,000 bond. Geneva police say he had been in Geneva from Florida for fewer than 3 weeks. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.